guys, it's KYRA and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out this makeup tutorial on this chocolatey grunge makeup look. So as you can see, I first started off by priming my eyelids using the MAC LAYIN Low Paint Pot. And then today we'll be using the brand new MORPHE 35R palette, you guys. I have actually quite a few MORPHE palettes. Tons of them. I absolutely love MORPHE palettes and brushes, y'all, but this one here is just, it's hands down my favorite. I am just obsessed with the shade range, and I'm a neutral girl, so I cannot get enough of this palette. So I just went in at first with a light brown eyeshadow to apply to my crease area to use as a transition shade, and now I'm going in with a kind of a chocolatey reddish shade, and it's applying that along the crease area with a denser taper brush. And it's focusing that all along the crease area. Okay, so now to deepen up that crease a little bit, I'm going to take this dark brown shade from that same palette and just applying that in the crease area, but I'm focusing it closer towards the lid, so I'm applying it right under where we applied that reddish chocolate shade. So as you can see, I'm just focusing it right below that red and again applying that brown color all along the crease area, just really focusing it closer to the lid. Alright, and now for my pop of shimmer, I'll be taking this rose gold shade from that same palette. As you can see, I was quite obsessed with how metallic the shadow was, y'all. The payoff in this palette is so amazing. And I'm just taking that rose gold shade and applying that right in the center. I'm not bringing that gold all the way across the lid, kind of focusing it right along the center, because I will go in and darken up the inner and outer corners. So kind of again, just focusing it in the center. Alrighty, so that was the eyes for now. As you can see, it was pretty simple. Now I'll just go ahead and move on to the face. First, I'll be priming my face using my absolute favorite go-to primer, which is the BECCA Poreless Perfecting Primer. Of course, applied that to my T-zone, and now I'm going to go into my foundation. And for foundation, I'll be taking the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Foundation in the shade Soft Sable. And this is my favorite, I think I've said it before, this is my favorite drugstore foundation. The finish is amazing, the coverage is amazing, it's affordable, and it lasts all day, you guys. And to blend the foundation in, I'll be using the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, which is my favorite foundation brush at the moment. Y'all, I have been obsessed with this brush. It blends out so nicely and provides a really nice, even coverage. Now, I will admit that I have not been sleeping very well lately, and as you can see, my bags are just peeping through. So I went in with the KEVYN Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX06, and I use this one because the KEVYN is a thicker concealer. It is very heavy duty, y'all. It's like more than full coverage, but I'm using that because of my bag. So I went ahead and applied that to my highlighted areas, which are under my eyes, forehead, bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow area. And now I'm just blending that out with a beauty blender. And again, this one is a thicker, creamier consistency, so it takes a lot longer to blend, but it is a great concealer. Okay, so now to set my highlighted areas, I'll be taking my beloved Mercier translucent powder and just applying that to those areas that I just highlighted. Just using a beauty blender to set those areas and just pressing the powder into my skin. And I will let the excess powder sit there for a little bit just to kind of bake and really brighten up those areas. Now to set my entire face, I'll use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark. And it's just using a plain, regular, big powder brush and applying that powder all over my face to bring some color back to my skin and really kind of set my face because I am a very oily girl. Now to bronze up my skin, I'll be using the MAC Studio Fix powder in NW48. You guys have probably noticed that I use this all the time to just warm up the skin and kind of just add some dimension. And then after this, I will go in and further contour with the Black Radiance Pressed Powder in Rich Mahogany, which is right here. I use the bronzing powder to kind of warm up the skin, and then the black radiance powder to further define. So I kind of focus this along my cheekbone area and also along my hairline. And as you can see, it creates a very nice dimension from like lighter to darker. Now, once you have dusted away the excess powder, we can move along to one of my favorite parts with this highlight. You guys probably have realized that I love to glow. So I'm taking that Anastasia Beverly Hills That Glow Kit and supplying that to my normal highlighted areas, which are my cheekbones, bridge of my nose, and my forehead. I do love a little bit of highlight on my forehead because, I don't know, this feels like I look more glowy. And then I also apply a little bit along my Cupid's bow area. Now I'm just going in and darkening up the inner and outer corners of my eyes, just because a little bit kind of fell out as we apply the powder and the foundation. And then taking a light cream shade from that same Morphe 35R palette and just applying that to the inner corner as well. Just going to add a pop of brightness to the inner corner. For my eyes, I wanted to keep the lower lash line pretty metallic and pretty light. So I'm taking this gold gel liner from LA Girl and just applying that first to the waterline. Oh y'all, I love the LA Girl gel liners. And once I've applied that, I want to take that same rose gold shade we applied on the lid and apply that to the center of the waterline, which you can see is a nice little orange pop right there on the lower lash line. And then lastly, I took that reddish chocolatey shade and applied that to the lower lash line as well. So I just did the gold gel liner, the rose gold shade, and then the reddish chocolate shade. Now for lips, I'll be taking the NIGHTMOTH lip liner. I wanted to keep the lip really dark and vampy, so I'm taking this dark purple shade and lining my lips, of course. And then taking the shade COVET from the MILANI Matte Lip Cream Collection and applying that to my lips. As you can see, it is a very pretty chocolate brown. Again, the theme here is chocolate, y'all. So that was just a simple chocolate brown, but I wanted to, again, keep up with that metallic theme. So I'm taking the shade CHROMATTIC ADDICT, which is also a Milani lipstick, but it's from the metallic lip cream line. And I just took that and applied that to the center. And as you can see, it created a very nice metallic ombre lip. So for lashes, I'm taking the COVERGIRL SUPERSIZER mascara, applying that to my lashes. And earlier, I did apply my telescopic mascara to my brows to set my brows. And once you have done that, you guys, we are done. And here I am dancing to Bruno Mars, y'all, because me and Dion are obsessed with that song. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial on this chocolatey grunge makeup look. I really love the way this look came out, and I hope that you guys did as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm so excited that we've made 1K in a week. Y'all are so awesome. I love you guys, and I will catch you all in the next video.